Wall Street has a reputation for extreme volatility, and today is no different. Now more than ever, investors are looking for fixed returns that aren't affected by the extreme volatility recently impacting the equity markets. Equities, based on share prices, are influenced by company performances, industry trends, politics, and unpredictable global events. Prolonged and historically low interest rates, coupled with the volatility and relative instability of the stock market, continue to drive investors to consider diversification into non-traditional asset classes. That's why we're excited to share this fixed return asset class, Policy Shares, from Select Policy Group. When seniors are no longer in need of their life insurance policies, they have several options. One is to explore a life settlement, where, like any other asset, they are able to sell their policy on the open market to a potential investor who would acquire that policy for cash. The investor, Select Policy Group, now becomes the owner and beneficiary of the policy, making the investor responsible for future premiums in order to receive the death benefit cash payout upon maturity of the policy. There are many reasons why seniors might want to sell their life insurance policy. In most cases, the sale of a life insurance policy through a life settlement is the most financially attractive option to a policyholder no longer in need of that asset. Generally, the policy seller receives 100 to 400% more cash in a life settlement with SPG than the cash surrender value offered by the insurance company. Many then use that cash to supplement retirement income or help pay for end-of-life and long-term care. For example, Jane is 85 years old. She owns a $1 million life insurance policy. She's developed chronic health problems and now needs nursing care. Jane decides to sell her policy instead of continuing to pay for it, then uses the proceeds to pay for her long-term care. According to recent studies, Jane will receive as much as 4 times the cash surrender value of the policy when selling to an investor. For investors, the advantage is clear. The purchase of a life settlement allows an investor to buy a future receivable at a significant discount, with more limited exposure to market volatility as it relates to the investment. Savvy investors have quietly placed billions of dollars into life settlements over the last several decades, capitalizing on the lower downside risk, limited volatility, and superior returns compared to some other asset classes like fixed securities. Because the acquisition of large tranches of policies can cost hundreds of millions of dollars historically as the life settlement market matured, only ultra-wealthy and institutional investors could afford to buy life settlements. But not anymore. SPG now offers California residents an opportunity to acquire portions of the death benefits payable under multiple life settlement insurance policies through Policy Shares, allowing them to participate indirectly in the same way wealthy investors have done for years. As an investor in Policy Shares life settlement interests, your money will be allocated among the death benefits payable under 3 separate policies, each targeting a 12% simple annual return, immediately payable upon the maturity of the underlying policy. Every policy acquired through Select Policy Group is thoroughly researched and priced by a highly specialized team of insurance and finance professionals. With more than 2 decades of experience, they've helped find attractive investment opportunities in life settlements and insurance-linked assets. Next, a premium reserve account is established for each policy estimated and designed by SPG to be sufficient to pay all premiums to life expectancy of the insured under each policy. The life expectancy is determined through analysis by a third-party team, featuring physicians, geriatricians, and geneticists that serve on the editorial boards of numerous medical, science, and public health journals focused on longevity. The targeted annual dollar return for each policy is fixed at 12%. Since SPG targets an average life expectancy of 5 years, this means that the fixed total return, which is paid to the investor immediately upon each policy's maturity, would be 60%, or $160,000 for a $100,000 investment. It's important to note the contractual gross dollar amount of the payout is fixed at the time of investment and represents a portion of a death benefit from an insurance policy. It's payable on maturity of the policy and will never change. The death benefit payable under a policy is to be payable by a life insurance company rated A or better. Policy Shares provides an opportunity for investors that want a fixed payout, low volatility, and peace of mind, knowing that the amount of their payout is not dependent on the stock market, oil prices, real estate values, or other global events. Also known as sustainable, socially conscious, green, or ethical investing, life settlements are an investment strategy that seeks to consider both financial return and social and environmental good. According to the Society of Actuaries, approximately $1 trillion of face amount of life insurance is either lapsed or surrendered each year. Life settlements offers a more favorable alternative opportunity to surrendering a policy for only the cash surrender value from the issuing life insurance company. Insurance policyholders find numerous benefits by selling, using the cash to improve lifestyle, supplemental retirement income, cover additional health care and medical costs, or simply to reduce their expenses. Investors in Policy Shares find stability, as payouts of life settlement transactions are not impacted by the stock market, interest rate fluctuations, variations in the economy, or foreign instability. Total aggregate cash payouts are fixed at the time of investment. Discover a new way to invest. Policy Shares from Select Policy Group.